Christmas decorations. You know exactly where this is going. This is the moment in December when people fully lose the plot, People who can barely function in July suddenly have a blueprint, a vision, and a ladder. Welcome back to the Holiday Sessions, episode 2, where your Christmas fantasy come to die. Last episode I said we would talk about decorations, not the cute final result you see on Instagram. But the truth, the violent, emotional, exhausting journey that turns normal people into sweaty, hungry, glitter-covered goblins. But honestly, the moment December hits, people go feral with tinsel. There's always that neighbor who decorates early. Like November 15th early. They're outside with a lad at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, like they're auditioning for DIY Christmas Pornhub. Because decorating for Christmas is not a hobby, It's not fun. It's not magical. It's not a festive activity. It's manual labor disguised as joy. It's trauma with fairy lights, People pretend it's wholesome. Let's decorate together. No, babe. Let's argue for 2 hours about where the tree should stand. Let's sweat. Let's swear. Let's question why we bought a tree that physically does not fit inside the house. Decorating is basically a relationship test, If you can decorate a tree with someone and not break up, congratulations. You can survive anything now. So, today we are going deep into the part nobody talks about. The unpacking, the untangling, the ugly ornaments, the weird traditions, the emotional attacks coming from objects, and that one relative who suddenly thinks they have been hired by Netflix to design a Christmas movie set. And yes, festive season, short episodes, but more episodes. I'm basically your sarcastic Christmas elf with commitment issues. Okay, let's start first with finding the decoration boxes. Because every year you say the same thing. I will store everything neatly so next year is easier. Lies. Absolute lies. You open the cupboard, nothing. Behind the sofa, nothing. Under the bed, a sock and your dignity. Then you find a box in a place you swear you've never seen before in your life. How did it get there? Did it walk? Maybe it's possessed, You drag the box out like it owns you money. And the second you open it, boom, the smell hits you. The smell of dust, disappointment, and 2012. Inside the box, cows, rotten cows. The lights are tangled like a creature. The ornaments are packed like they survived a natural disaster. And there's always one decoration you forgot existed. And immediately you wish you hadn't remembered, huh? And let's not talk about the lights. Oh my God, lights. Lights are proof that evil exists, You take them out gently, like a bomb technician, You touch one wire and suddenly the whole thing tightens into a knot that no mathematicians on earth could explain. You pull one end, it tightens. You pull the other end, it forms a new knot. You shake it, somehow it becomes worse. Then comes the moment of truth. You plug them in. And of course, half work, half don't. Why? Why is it always half? Why not all, or why not none? Why exactly half? Maybe science could explain that, I can't. Then we have the Christmas tree, If it's artificial, it's dusty, shedding, and somehow already bent despite spending 11 months trapped in a box. You open the branches and half of them dropped on the floor like they have given up. You try to straighten it, it leans. always leans. You turn it around, still leans. You move the base, well, now it leans in the other direction. And if it's a real tree, well, good luck. You bring them home and suddenly your living room becomes a forest. Needles everywhere, water spilling. The tree is wrapped in netting like a hostage, you know? You cut the net and the branches explode open like if the tree is trying to escape. Then begins the placement argument. Let's put it here. No. There. No, that's too close to the heater. But that's too close from the window. This is ruining the room's energy. Energy? Sweetie, it's plastic with lights. And once the tree is standing, barely standing, we arrive at the ornament crisis. Every family has the same categories, you know, not just mine. 2 categories, actually. The one is the ornaments you love. These shiny ones, classy, elegance, like you. And then you have the other category, the ornaments you keep because of guilt. They are ugly, traumatizing, made by a cousin in 2009 who doesn't even remember making it. There's always a reindeer with one eye, a snowman who looks like he's going through something, a random glitter star that sheds on everything, well, and of course, a Santa whose face is unsettling. But if you dare to throw one out, well, someone in the house gasps like you killed a family member. That's sentimental. No, babe, it's Hydros. Let it go. And while you do all of this, well, outside, you have the competitive neighbors. Every street has one. The Christmas athlete, you know, the man who decorates like it's the Olympics. Lights so bright airplanes have to reroute, you know. A Santa that inflates and deflates every 30 seconds like it has asthma. A snowman that stars into your soul. And a penguin that shouldn't automatically exist. Now let's talk about the perfectionists. There's always one, you know, the person who treats the tree like the fine art project. They stand behind you, arms crossed, judging every single move you make. Not that branch. Too low. That's too high now. I think it's too colorful, huh? Now it's too plain. Oh, I think you're running the aesthetic, huh? Aesthetic? Mate, it's a tree. Relax, Anna Winter. And they decorate like the queen is coming, you know? Garlands everywhere, ribbons, bows, fake snow. I've seen people decorate chair legs, you know? Chair legs. Who is that for? What part of your delusion convinced you that chairs need outfits? And then, well, the star. Yeah, the star. The star is the final boss, you know? You put it on, and it tilts. You fix it, still tilts. You adjust the branch, now the whole top of the tree is crooked. You step back, exhausted, and the star looks like it's fainting. Finally, after sweating, arguing, swearing, and nearly setting fire to the lights, the decorations are done, huh? You turn off the room lights, turn on the tree lights, and for a moment, a single magical moment, you feel proud. Then immediately something falls off, a branch or an ornament, and your will to live, maybe. And you think, why do we do this every year? Well, because we are delusional. And it's tradition, you know. And then you look again, and what do you see? The lights, cable, extension cords, and electricity panic. People turn their living rooms into NASA control rooms. Plug this into that, take that into this, then this into that, and suddenly the whole neighborhood goes dark. Congratulations, you caused a blackout. Merry Christmas. And this was episode 2. The real, honest, no-filter truth about Christmas decorations. Not a pretty version, you know, not a TV version. The chaotic, emotional, slightly traumatic version that every adult secretly goes through. But don't relax, because the next episode is on Wednesday. This Wednesday. And we are entering the true war zone. Christmas shopping. Slow walkers, perfume sprayers, crowds, queues, broken spirits, financial regret. You are not ready. Uninfluenced, unpaid, unfiltered. I'm Noah Jackman, and these are the holiday sessions of the Unfiltered Outsider.